Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Tyagara here, back with another episode of Ooh 3D 3-Heart Run. In the last episode, we made our way inside the Forest Temple, and we met the Post Sisters who share their names with the protagonists of Little Women. However, these girls are anything but protagonists, as they stole the flames, giving us, or barring us from entering the basement, which is where the boss of the dungeon is. So unfortunately, we gotta traverse all over and take them out so we can get the flames back. This time, we're gonna hopefully finish off the Forest Temple and awaken the Sage of Forest. But real quick, I just want to start out by doing something I missed in the last episode because I was silly. I really underestimate the range of the normal hook shot. What you can do is just latch on from here, grab onto that chest there. Inside, you'll find a recovery heart, but we don't need that, of course, because doing so will give us entrance, or will get us closer to this here Skulltula that we can take out real quick. First, you want to deal with the Octorok because he's going to be really annoying, like so, with your hook shot. But yes, it got us closer to the gold Skulltula. Take him out real quick, and keep moving forward. You're clear of that big Deku Baba, of course, because he's annoying and he's going to really hurt if he lands on us. Let's just try to avoid that. Go through this door here. It'll close behind you. Now, there is a way to open it back up, and of course, it's the Zelda rule of thumb. As I mentioned in previous episodes, we're gonna need a certain projectile to shoot that eye and open the door back up. Unfortunately, that kind of spoils what the dungeon item is. But yeah, you head on through here, find another big Skulltula, or Waltula. I'm pretty sure the Waltulas are the little guys. So we just hit him with our hookshot once. Don't even have to wait for him to turn around. I love this weapon. I prefer its upgrade, though, the long shot. But we'll get to that when we do. Here we have some bubbles. So we're just gonna stun him with our Deku Nut, jump slash him. Climb up this ladder here. Also, I was just floundering around there for a bit. My bad. Climb up the second ladder here. And here we have a giant block puzzle. Now, not giant as in length. Giant as in, look how large these blocks are. I don't know what Link is grabbing onto to pull it, mind you. That makes no sense to me at all. What you want to do is just move this one over here quickly. Then, just about there so that it can still traverse through the corridor. Now push it on this way, following the yellow arrows painted on the floor. Of course, you know, this game is very hand-holdy at times, I'm not gonna lie. Now, before we progress, what we're gonna do is head on up this ladder here, because there's another big block waiting for us that we also have to move in order to progress in the dungeon. They'll save time for when we come back for it. Let's just push this guy here. Hope you didn't mind the little speed up there. It's just that it takes so long for Link to actually push that thing. So, you know, I figured it'd save time. Both yours and mine if I just sped it up a little. But anyway, one thing I want to quickly mention, right, is my job. I'm a part-time cashier, but I also dabble in collecting the shopping carts. Now, you have to grab lots of shopping carts at once, and when you move them around, you kind of have to push them really hard to steer them. But if you want to steer left, you want to push them to the right, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like Doc Hudson says in Cars, you know, turn right to go left. Anyway, the reason why I bring that up is because the pushing technique that Link uses on these giant blocks is how I push my shopping carts around at work when I have to steer them. So I just thought that's worth mentioning. It's really easy, and it, I guess, I don't know, gives you strength in the pushing technique or something. But anyway, if you head around this corner here, we're going to climb up this ladder, whereupon we will find two bubbles on the other end here. There. See if we can kill two. Nope, just one. Whatever. Take him out with the Deku Nut into jump slash combo. Love that. And another one. Of course, we have another eyeball there, which we cannot do anything about yet. But we do have a locked key and locked doors. Two small keys, well, one now. Corridor's all twisted. Now, traversing through it kind of reminds me of the opening cutscene of Majora's Mask a little. Now, here we have a new type of enemy. I believe their names are Floor Masters. Masters, it's one or the other. Anyway, using our final small key there, we're gonna head on in here. Just backflip over the railing there, whereupon we will come face to face with a painting of Joelle. So let's head on through this door, and we will enter my favorite room in the entire game. We gotta duke it out with a Skulltula, or a Stalfo, excuse me. If I had to fight a Skulltula, I would not be complaining right now. Alright, I just want to steer clear of you, because if you get too close to me, I'm gonna get really hurt. Can't do anything when you're all the way out of the void. You can walk on air, but I can't. Come on, buddy. I ain't got all day. Why aren't you jumping at me? That's what you're supposed to do. I'm sorry, I just really want to play this safe, because yes, if they hit you once, you will go down to 1 heart. Hit you twice, you're dead. And a 3-heart run, we can't afford that. There we go. 2. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that would have been the finisher right there. Alright, let's take him out, and real quick before his buddies come in, I just want to make my way over here. Oh, this is really bad. Yeah, don't let them get too close to you like that. Yeah, as you can hear, 2 more just came in. Come on, he jumped back. Where's the jump slash, buddy? Okay, here we are. 1. Come on. Come at me. Let's do this. Seriously. Stop wasting my time. There we go. Was waiting for that jump slash. Now I gotta quickly take out his buddy here before he respawns. 1. Oh, wow, he didn't even back up. Okay, a regular slash is fine. It just does 1 heart of damage. Alright. Beat him for the punch there. And he's down. Let's go. I was worried his buddy was about to respawn. Thankfully, yes, normally they retaliate by, you know, jumping back and then jump slashing you, but they might occasionally just do a regular slash, which only does 1 heart of health, so no need to worry there. Now, anyway, here we've got the main dungeon item, which is, of course, going to be the fairy bow. Spoilers. But yes, now we've got another big projectile, which is going to do some nice damage, so we're going to, real quick, flip that to the Y button, make good use of it. Now, let's move forward. But we are going to go back to the other room, because there are 2 things we need to do. Now, first, we're in an... Oh, wait, this is the other room. Sorry, that room with the Stalfos is really confusing, and unless you have the, you know, the dungeon, the compass, rather, you never really tell which way you're going out because the room's mirrored. What you want to do is shoot each of the paintings of the Poe sisters. In doing so, we'll get them to move across the staircase. Now, if you're too close, they won't spawn in. Unless they have nowhere to go, such as here, where there will only be 1 painting left. And once you do that, the Poe sister will reveal herself. Now, there are 2 ways you can go about fighting her. You can keep your distance, and when she doesn't have iframes, you can shoot her with your bow. Or, you know, you can let her bounce off your shield. Like so. Get her to reveal herself, and hit her with your sword. Which I did not do there, I was just explaining the other way of doing it. Now, she doesn't always reveal herself, but when she does, that's when you want to strike. Of course, do the jump slash for more damage. Gotta wait around. A lot of these, like, mini-fights inside of this dungeon involves a lot of waiting, as you can see. Like, these and the Stalfos as well. Honestly, not the most engaging fights, but, you know, I'm glad to be done with the Stalfos in this dungeon, because, God, they're just so scary. Anyway, killing them will drop some arrows for you, which is very nice. And also spawn in a little treasure chest for you. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that after taking these arrows, of course, to replenish our quiver. And inside the chest, we have another small key. Very, very nice. We head on inside the room where we fought those Stalfos. I think funny you can do is, like, backflip onto the treasure chest, and look, you're standing on air. Can't do that as a kid because Link's too small. Anyway, head on inside this room. You'll notice this torch is not lit, and it's on the other side, letting us know, of course, that there's another Poe sister for us to duel. Now, if memory serves, this is Amy's room, the green one. So let's take... Oh, I was wrong. It is Beth, the blue one. So shoot her once. Nope, she's not there. Twice. And thrice, right behind us here. Got nowhere to run, but I believe this one also goes down, just like her sister. So I'm waiting here for her. Yes, I am. Alright, go ahead and take your invisible form. Bounce off my shield, why don't ya? Do it again. Do it again. No? Okay. Jump slash it is. Come on there. Ain't got all day, Beth. Oh. She had iframes. No! Yes, when her eyes are glowing red like that, she's got iframes, so be careful of that. Take too long to strike her when she reveals herself, then you just simply don't get an attack. So try to be quick. Link, be nimble. Link, be quick. Link, please kill the Poe sister with your giant pointy stick. And she's dead. Drop some arrows for us, of course. And you might have noticed at the top of the stairwell there, the door is locked. Also here we finally have the compass, which is going to come in great handy. Because a lot of these rooms are just mirrored versions of each other, so it's really easy to get lost inside the Forest Temple. Honestly, I'd wager it's easier to get lost in here than in the Lost Woods. But at least with the Lost Woods... Also, I'm gonna put a lost counter on the screen here, because I don't know how many times I just said it. The Lost Woods, at least you know that if you go the wrong way, you just get booted out into Kokiri Forest. So anyway, climb the top of the staircase here, head through this room. And we're in another room with, 4 masters, but actually, we're not gonna come here just yet. There's something we gotta do first. I will see you guys back in the room where we fought the other sister, okay? Okay, so here we are back where we fought, it was Joelle. You want to climb up the staircase and go back to the room where we had those bubbles from before. Because you'll remember the Zelda rule of thumb. Now that we've got a bow and arrow, and hit that eye. And doing so will make something very interesting happen. Let's just backwalk through this twisted corridor real quick. Nice and quick indeed. In doing so, watch this. First the bubbles respawn. Careful. Oh yes, I believe you can actually just straight up hit them through their fiery aura with your bow and arrow, so that's nice. If you're willing to spend the arrow, of course. It's cheaper, like, resources-wise, to just, you know, use Deku Stick, or Deku Nuts, rather, or your shield, or the hookshot. Anyway, once you shoot the eye, the corridor is no longer twisted, because that makes sense somehow. You head on through here, and here we have the boss dungeon, the boss key chest. I was gonna call it the big key, but I remember that's only in Wind Waker, and I know that was a running gag in Chugga Conroy's Wind Waker LP. But yes, here we have the boss key. Now we can get inside the chamber where the boss lurks. We could do that, but what we want to do is drop through this hole and avoid those floor masters. Get hit by the bubble because I can. I didn't actually mean to, unfortunately. Kind of boxed in by his buddy there, but we take them out both real quick. We get both a piece of heart, or excuse me, a recovery heart, and a Deku Nut. Head through this door here, and we're back in the courtyard. Now, there we have another big Deku Baba. I'm just gonna take him out real quick. I want to see if I can, Hylian sniper the, that little bugger Octorok down there, because he is gonna make my life a living hell in a second. Actually, he won't even be able to reach me. Awesome. Reason why I came over here, of course, you hear the rattling on the wall. It's Gold Skulltula hunting time, boys and girls. Right. Another token down. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to center the camera because I don't want to accidentally run off and have to redo this whole part of the dungeon. So on the right here, we have a room full of those enemies. The guys that grab you from the ceiling. Alright, you kill him once, and then he spawns 3 little babies. Now's the perfect time to use your spin attack to take them all out in one fell swoop. And doing so, they drop magic bottles, so don't you worry about replenishing your... or losing magic, because you instantly get your magic replenished. Doing so, of course, will spawn in a little treasure chest containing a small key, which will allow us to progress back to that room where we were before. I'll see you guys back there in just a moment. Actually, no, I won't, because we gotta go through this door, which we have not gone through before. Head on inside here, and we are back in that room with the big block puzzle. So yes, I will see you guys back to where we were before in a minute. Back in the room with those 2 bubbles and the Zelda rule of thumb. Here's what we gotta do now. So of course, take them out. No hassle, of course. Very, very easy enemies, very straightforward. That guy dropped some arrows for us. How nice of him. Now, what you want to do here is actually apply the opposite Zelda rule of thumb. You want to shoot the closed eye. Doing it will open the eyeball and retwist the corridor for you. What we want. So let's just keep moving forward. Or backward, because it's faster than walking forward. Back in this room now. And turn right, of course. And make our way back to where we fought Beth, the blue post sister. See you guys there in just a sec. Okay, so here we are at the top of the staircase where we fought Beth. Now, if you head through this door, we're in another twisted room, right? This one you actually have to worry about those enemies because, you know... Actually, no you don't, because you're immune when you're climbing up a ladder. Anyway, this corridor is not twisted, it's straight. And here we have some green bubbles up ahead here. These guys just stay stationary and then spin around in circles rather than move like the blue ones. Fortunately, they only take 1 slash to take out. You want to head inside this room here. Now, what you're meant to do, the proper way to solve this puzzle is to stand on these rotating platforms and then shoot an arrow through the flames into this eyeball up here. But that's never how I've done it. From the moment I played this game for the first time, I've always just run on over, used Din's Fire, and doing so burns or melts the ice, of course, but not only that, it somehow also activates the Zelda rule of thumb. I don't know if that's well known or not. I've never really looked into it, but that's just always how I've personally done it ever since I was 9 years old. I used to jump slash to get a bit of height there and ride the little merry-go-round back on over to that platform. Oh. God, that takes forever. Hope you didn't mind the little speed up there. I was just getting a little impatient. So, yes, once again, we gotta fight these stationary bubbles. I love how they go down in one hit. But as you can see, by activating the burning Zelda rule of thumb, we've actually twisted this corridor, and now we can hop on through this hole in the formerly wall, but now floor. And here we are on a giant checkered board. First things first, I actually want to go through this door real quick. We'll be back out inside the courtyard. And if you drop down here, this is another way you can get over to that treasure chest and the Skulltula, I believe. But anyway, enough about that. Let's go back to that giant checkerboard floor, shall we? Now this, really, really cool. The way, yeah, so the ceiling is gonna fall down and then go back up. And so obviously you want to get to the save points, which are the, well, the platform here with like the little pressure plate and also where all the big Skulltulas are. But as you can see, you can move around like a third-person shooter kind of, which is really cool. I'm not even L-targeting right now. You want to make your way on over to this treasure chest, because that's another safe spot. Alrighty, we are safe. There's actually two, just to provide you with that extra stability in case the treasure chest pushes you out of that one square. Now over here, we've got the green sister Amy, of course. She's got a little block puzzle for us. First things first, you want to move that blue one out of the way. We have a minute to solve it. Of course, it's all corner pieces. It's very easy stuff. Let's make this quick. I am going to speed up and play music, though, just because... God, this is annoying. And with that final block now, Amy spawns in right in front of us, mind you. She's going a little crazy there, so we want to stay away from her. Because, God, I do not want to get hit by a green ghost girl. Sounds terrifying, guys. Jump slash her real quick. Stand back a little. Looks like the game wanted to give me recoil damage there, because I think I saw a red flash above Link's head, which indicates him taking damage. Shoot her real quick. I think one more ought to do the trick. Jump slash, that is. Bounce off my shield. Yeah! Awesome. Alright, 3 sisters down, 1 more to go. That, you're able to return to the center room. Let's just quickly break these pots and see what they've got in store for us. Now here's probably... Oh wait, another corridor. Now watch this. You can use your hook shot or with the bow and arrow, send him flying. It's so funny. I love doing that. We head on through this door here. Be back in the center room. With Meg in the middle there. Sounds like she's in pain. Probably grieving her sisters who have all been killed twice now. But here's probably the most iconic part of the Forest Temple next to the boss itself. The fight with Meg the Post Sister. So she clones herself into 3, but the one you want to shoot, obviously, is the one that twirls around when she spawns in. I recommend going over here because there's a lot of space. So it's this one right here. And you can get a good view of all 4 of them at once. Have to do this a couple more times, and then we'll be all good. That one there. Awesome. And 1 more, I believe. Maybe 2 more. I can never remember exactly how many times you have to shoot her. Alright, so one right in front of me again. Yeah, I think 1 more ought to do the trick. Come on, Meg. Again, it's the one right in front of me. That's 3 times in a row that happened. That. Meg is dead, the purple flame is ours, and the entrance to the dungeon is now available. Or, excuse me, the entrance to the basement is once again readily available. Alright, without further ado, let's head to the basement. Hope you don't mind, guys. This is going to be a bit of a longer episode because I want to finish up the Forest Temple right here, right now. So what you want to do, this is actually like the method I use when pushing my shopping carts to steer them. See how he like puts his body into it? Yeah, kind of like that. So the objective of this room is just spin around like the wall that is and access every alcove available to you. Going into this one will open up. Stepping on that switch will open the way forward on a purple carpet over there. Or is that like magenta? Fuchsia? Don't know the exact color. Anyway, you want to push again. And open up another alcove now. One right here. That's the one we just opened up. And that will bring our way to... Or, open the way to the third switch, which should open the way to the boss, but I believe also inside of that one, or maybe it's a different alcove. I know there is a gold skulltula on this floor. Not now, Navi. Alright, here we have another big skulltula. Let's just take him out real quick. Navi, not now. Got a treasure chest here, containing some arrows. Very, very nice. Here he is. And much like the hook shot, you can take it out with one arrow. But I want to save my arrows for the boss fight. Alright, Navi, you win. I have the time to listen to you. Or not. Okay, you just give up. Guess you just gave up. Sometimes, no, I don't have the time to listen to Navi whine about nothing and everything all at once. Anyway, this should put us towards that final switch there. And right ahead is the boss room. Let's head on over, shall we? Alrighty. So if you go through here, you'll see some really cool looking portraits. Never really took the time to analyze them, but honestly, this episode's already pretty long, so we're not going to analyze them just yet. Head on in here. Twisted staircase, kind of. Big Triforce in the middle. But there's nothing really to do, so let's get out of here. Just kidding. It's boss fighting time. And who is it but the King of Evil himself? Ganondorf's come for a personal visit on his mighty steed and everything. How menacing. Ah, that ain't Ganondorf. That's his clone, his puppet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Phantom of King Ganondorf right here. Ah, that was a reference to a YouTube video I saw many years ago. Can't remember what the guy goes by nowadays, but back in the day, his name was Really Freaking Clever. He was a fellow Canadian YouTuber, and he would do like musical parodies, and one of them was a parody of Phantom of the Opera, except it was Phantom of King Ganondorf, and I was obsessed with it. He also did one of King George from Hamilton as Ganondorf from Wind Waker. Alright, speaking of Ganondorf though, so the objective of this boss fight, you want to listen to which portrait Ganondorf's coming out of, and then shoot him as he emerges from that purple light before he has the opportunity to hit you with one of his electrical balls, the Dead Man's Volley. Fun fact about Dead Man's Volley, by the way, it actually got its name from Zelda Phantom Hourglass. One of the most underrated games in the series, mind you. I'm a Phantom Hourglass defender for life. That was the first Zelda game I ever beat. I love it with all my heart. You shoot him 3 times, he comes off of his horse. He's not going to paintings anymore, so what you want to do now, he's going to fire a ball of electricity, just slash it back at him with your sword, rather, excuse me, and then jump slash him to do maximum damage. Now, later in the fight, we will get the opportunity to combo him. You want to be careful, though, with the way you're swinging your sword, because if you swing it too high like that, you know, like a vertical slash, sometimes it'll just go right over his head. Remember, you can adjust it with your control stick. Hold to the side for horizontal ones, straight ahead for thrust, don't do anything for the overhead swings. Now that's explained by the Know-It-All brothers, but I didn't talk to them at the start of the game. I'm more so going off memory from Orca and Wind Waker, teaching you how to fight with the sword. Should be done soon. If you take too long, he'll fire a big ball that you gotta reflect with your spin attack, which he is not doing here. Yeah, after a while, he actually starts playing tennis with you. So just keep it going. Alrighty. Head on over, jump slash him. Oh, I missed my spin attack. How unfortunate. And with that, though, he is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Witchin'. Hey, kid. You did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some slight skill. You have defeated only my Phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. Oh my. It looks like Ganondorf's watching over us at all times, guys. But with that, the Phantom Ganon is banished to the gap between dimensions. I guess like the gap junction in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. But yeah, that's the Forest Temple right there. There's that blue light for us to enter, but you know what? It's already been a pretty long episode. I think we'll save that for the next episode. So guys, my name is Tyagara. I thank you all so much for watching this adventure through the Forest Temple. There's your heart container if you're doing a regular run of the game. I will see you guys in the next episode.